Driving the streets of Chicago in the dead of night is like a meditation for me. Cruise, turn, stop, repeat, drawing Nazca lines with my headlights, signaling alien astronauts land here. I'm back in town to do a job. For years, this character stuck with me, and the name of this character was Valentino Cruz. When the pandemic came up, I began to say, I want to write something around this. I want to write a story. Who is Valentino Cruz? So Ancient Futures was my inquiry into who this character Valentino Cruz was. He's a student at SETI, University of Chicago, an astrophysics student. And as he's studying in a cafe, he's met by a powerful woman that seduces him and recruits him to use his powers of searching and finding. And she says, what are you gonna do, like whittle your life away with all your books, baby? Why don't you come with me, find some bad guys, get paid? You know, she seduces him into this life, of international intrigue. But it also ties to me in some ways because I've been in situations where I got in for more than I bargained for, you know? And I wanted to put that tension into Valentino's story. This story has been edging at me for 10 years. Now I'm gonna get serious about doing something about it and writing it. But it was critical to find someone that could help me envision it. And that's where Aaron came in.
I previously worked on nonfiction graphic novels, but I've always kind of had the itch to work in fictional storytelling. Kind of the reason I got into comics was to tell fiction stories. One of the things I love about comics is the collaborative process that's often involved, where you have a writer and artist working on something together and creating the end result is unexpected. The story we're telling has this art imitates life quality. And to me, one of the characters is Stephen. The professor is Seven. I'm kind of Valentino who's getting pulled into the allure of the professor and his ideas, and in the story, the technology he has to give you the opportunity to alter your life in the way you want it.
So what is Dope Life? In the story, Dope Life is an app that a professor has invented that actually allows you to choose your best life possible from a menu of cosmic multiverse opportunities. So imagine being able to, like a TV channel, pick your best life. What other properties are featuring cyberpunk assassins at the end of SpaceTime, you know, trying to help humanity recover at a huge inflection point? AfroPunk for me describes the reality of growing up marginalized in your culture. You know, being the only black kid in class and having the kids play with your afro and say, don't squeeze the Charmin. But as you grow up and you get into your adolescent years, you know, what does that mean? You find yourself the only black person at a heavy metal show, or mixing in places that aren't traditionally black. But then you come back and you bring your own spin to that. Some of the angst and the tension and the darkness that you feel in this story is directly related to what we've all been going through in the past year. People have lost a lot of faith in institutions, in belief systems, in religions, in corporations, in big technology, in a lot of different things. And Ancient Futures shines a light on that distrust and on that lack of confidence. And it basically says, you know what, that reality is not really your reality. Why are you subscribing to it? Change the game. That's what Dope Life is all about. So the initial launch will be an ashcan version, which is going to be in black and white. It's going to be super cool. But the Kickstarter special collector's edition will be the premiere of the actual color edition. So it'll be the initial version of seeing this in full color. One of the things we want to do with the story is create almost like a trading card or a tarot card deck, where you're able to interact with the characters in a way that's different than just reading the story. You're able to understand what they mean in the context of maybe your own personal psychology. Also, we're going to have the Ancient Futures gear and swag bag that will have the Ancient Futures t-shirt and the movie poster for your office or for your home. Different sizes will be available. For me, the fun of this project is really like sharing interesting ideas. This has actually been written from the end to the beginning. And so I want to bring people on that journey with us.